to knit these socks for David for Christmas. I thought maybe I could finish them off for Christmas. We shall see. But I'm trying to knit them while he drives. I'm in the back of the car, he's in the front. Do you think he'll notice? They're knit picks Felicia. I can't actually remember the colour that they are, but I started them, probably years ago now. One of them, in here, roundabout, has got a lovely, it's got a lovely orange heel, which is Nutmeg from Cozy Posy Yarn Co., which I love, and I knitted that before I put the socks away. And I've lost the rest of my little ball of this, so I've done the other heel in this lovely blue colour. So they're going to be slightly mismatching, but still lovely, I think. Excuse me, I'm wearing Buffy socks today. These are scrappy socks knitted out of Buffy themed mini skeins from Yarn Lab UK. I can't remember when I made these, ages ago. I did a knit along with my friend Amanda, and I love them. Christmassy sing and sign today, so I thought it was a good time to bring out the Christmas jumper. Next year I will knit one. Just cast on some socks. I'm knitting a matching pair for a mummy. Some nice DK weight short socks, nice and cozy ones, and then for a little one. So I'm going to just do tube socks for these ones. I'm not going to put in a heel. And then I've got my trusty knitting companion here. Lovely boy. I'm using Skein Queen yarn. I can't remember the colourway. I want to say Financial Times. I got this from this garden centre that has a wool shop in it. And they sell Skein Queen yarn. So I really like the colour. It's probably a little paler than you can see now because it's night time and I've got the artificial lights on, and I have no idea what's happening upstairs, if you can hear that. There's some very noisy playing happening. So I'm just sat here knitting for a bit while David's upstairs playing with the little one. I haven't filmed very much over the last couple of days. I find that when David's around I don't film much. I'm not sure why that is. I think probably because when it's usually just me with the little one, I am sort of focused on him. I have my routine and stuff, and then when David's here and he's playing with him, I just try and get everything else done. So I'm just running around the house trying to get things done that I don't get done in the week when it's just me and him. So yeah, what have we even done today? We went to Sing and Sign, a Christmassy version of Sing and Sign, which is the place that we go for the baby signing, which was really nice. So we learnt some Christmassy signs, sang some songs, and that was a lot of fun. And David came along, and he doesn't usually come, so it was nice to have him there with us. Sunday we just stayed in all day trying to just sort the house out, which is a constant thing. Trying to just tidy. My studio's become a bit of a dumping ground, so we've been trying to get that back to a usable sort of place. And then Saturday, I have absolutely no recollection of what we did. No idea. But yeah, it's been full on, just trying to get things done, and I can hear I'm going to be joined again. So I'll be off. You want me to put them on for you? Let me put them on for you. Here we go. He absolutely loves these pink Pom Poms. Whee! This game can go on for ages, just putting them on and taking them off, and then putting them on Gruffalo, then putting them on Mummy, and then putting them back on your lovely head. Oh. Yay! Want Mummy to do it? Mummy to put them on? Here we go. Oh, lovely. Does that look lovely? Yeah. Hey, Fluffy. Fluffy Pom Poms. Yeah. Tots now. I left a bit early because the weather has just been really wet and I didn't know what the roads would be like, so we're here a bit early and somebody has fallen asleep, so we've got to go in about 10 minutes I think. So I thought I'd just sit and chat to you for a minute. I've discovered that the only time I can easily sit and chat is when we're in the car and he's fallen asleep. If he's asleep at home, we're cuddling, so I can't film then, and when he's playing he just gets interested in whatever I'm doing, so that makes filming quite difficult. And we're always together, so yeah, this is the only time it works. So I hope that now I've got this few minutes while he's asleep, and I don't know how long it will be, I don't just throw words at you, because I think, right, I've got this time, let me say all this stuff that I've been thinking about. So I remembered what we did on Saturday. We went to the Little Grey Sheep open day in Hampshire, which is not too far away, and that was really nice. We got to see a sheepdog demonstration, which is lovely. It's just amazing watching the sheepdogs work, isn't it? They're just so clever, and he really liked it as well, because he likes to say dog. It's dog and sheep. So yeah, he really enjoyed that, and got to see my friend Paula, which is always lovely, and had a look at some yarn. I bought some yarn actually. I'd really like to knit a love note. I've seen so many different examples, and my friend Nicola's knit a really lovely one, and I'm just very eager to knit one of those. I think that I might wear it. So I got some really pink mohair, which is quite out of my comfort zone, and I thought I'd hold that together with some brown yarn that I dyed. I'm hoping that it's going to give a really rich pink colour, but it's hard to guess, isn't it, what they will look like when they're together. I hope it'll work. There might be too much contrast between them. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'm going to cast that on as my little project over Christmas, because I might get a bit of knitting time, you never know. I'll still be doing the Christmas Eve cast on. I'll be casting on socks on Christmas Eve, like always. And some people have been mentioning that, and yeah, I'm definitely doing Christmas Eve cast on. It's one of my favourite things in the year, so I hope you'll be joining in. I have been working on a pattern, and I'm hoping that will be out soon. I'm just doing some last minute tweaks, and yeah, it's being checked by the tech editor. We might be having a waking baby. No, just got comfy and then went back to sleep. Oh no, I see some eyes. That was my time. Hello baby, are you woken up? You woken up? We'll go to Tumble Tots now. We're back from Tumble Tots, and he's fallen asleep again. We drove past, well, we went through the Starbucks drive-thru, so I got an eggnog latte, which I'm so excited about because I thought they'd run out. And I've just eaten a chocolate bauble loaf cake in about 2.5 seconds. And yeah, I'll just wait for him to wake up again now. I asked, I'm wearing my Branches and Buds jumper today. I love this one. This is my favourite hand knits, I think. I'd really like to knit another one actually. I was looking at colour combos that I might do. I'd quite like to do a dark grey one, maybe with like a duck egg blue colour work. I'm not sure. I can't justify spending the money on it at the moment though, because I'd like to do it in Quince & Co. What is this? Can't remember. It's the yarn that was in the pattern anyway, because this yarn is just lovely and it's so soft and perfect for this jumper, so I'd like to use the same thing. I can't justify that right now. So it'll be in the future project, that one. Yes, so I asked in my stories if there was anything anyone wanted to see from Vlogmas, or if there were any questions, because I was feeling very much like I hadn't done a video for a really long time, because it had been about a year, I don't know if the camera is at the top or at the bottom, so I'm sorry if my eyes are darting all around the place. I'll have a look later. Yeah, so I asked on stories if there was anything anyone wanted to ask, and some people were asking how much making time I'm getting now, how I'm enjoying the first year of being a mother, or how I enjoyed it, because he's 14 months in a couple of days. And they're sort of entwined, those two questions. Am I enjoying it? Yes, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm happier than I've ever been. It's just amazing. But it has been hard, and I think the reason that it's been hard is because of my brain getting in the way. I think that a first time mum is just all so new, no matter how many sort of siblings or babies you know, or it's all new and it's big. And I think for a lot of at the start, I was feeling really anxious about, am I doing this right? It's such an enormous thing, such an enormous responsibility, this tiny little person's life, and I like to get things right. I think there are an awful lot of opinions out there and an awful lot of experts, I say in inverted commas, that really try and take away you listening to your instincts about things. Well, that's what I found anyway. And so I was questioning myself, second guessing myself. Am I doing this right? Is this okay? Like, we cuddle for every nap. He breastfeeds to sleep. And everywhere I was reading, oh no, you shouldn't do that. He should be in a routine. He dictates when he wants to go to bed and when he wants to go to sleep. We just work around him. Everywhere I was sort of seeing those things were really wrong, but they felt really right to us. So I think sort of getting towards the middle and end of the year, I started feeling better about things, because I started sort of realising he's really happy, he's thriving, and I'm doing all these things I'm apparently not supposed to be, but they feel right to me and they feel like they're working for him, so maybe they're okay, actually. So I've stopped listening to lots of opinions and lots of experts, and we're just getting on doing our own thing, and it's just lovely. People's circumstances are so different, aren't they? People's children are so different. You know your baby better, or you know your baby better than anyone else knows your baby. So yeah, I don't like it when experts try and take away that intuition and instinct from mothers. I think it gave me a lot of stress when it wasn't necessary, listening to that, reading about that. So that is my extremely convoluted answer to, are you enjoying your first year of motherhood, or did you enjoy your first year of motherhood? The answer is an unequivocal yes, but it was also hard. It's just the best thing ever. And am I doing how much making time do I get? Is very, very little, because we are completely attached to each other all the time. I haven't been away from him at all. At all. The furthest away I've been is upstairs when he's downstairs, and a good sort of crafting time that I imagine would be nap time, and we cuddle, so I can't knit then either. When we go to bed at night, he'll fall asleep and I'll sit with him, and I'll get a bit of knitting time then, unless he needs to cuddle. But yeah, it's very, very limited time. If he's playing with Mum or with David, then I'll try and do a bit then. But he wants his mummy most of the time, so that's what he gets. And I'm so aware that this is going to be short-lived, that he won't always want to cuddle Mummy while he sleeps. That I'm just making the most of it, and luckily, so luckily, our circumstances allow for that, which is, oh, I just feel so grateful for. Yeah, it's lovely. He's just an absolute angel. So not very much crafting time happens, but motherhood is brilliant. I do fear starting sort of talking about that sort of thing, because I almost feel like I go off into a rant. It's so important to me now that mothers' voices are heard and instincts are listened to and things. Yeah. And some other questions were asked, but they're on my phone, which I'm recording on. So I'll have a look at them and hopefully be able to answer some of those in his next car nap, I imagine. So someone else asked about my scrappy blankets, so I'll show you those. I finished my crochet one, which I'm amazed about. I honestly thought that would never be finished. So I'll show you all of those. Ooh, someone going past with a really big dog. Oh no, two really big dogs. They look like Akitas. When we go out for walks, he loves dogs just as much as I do, so we're just dog spotting the whole time. It's so lovely. He gets so excited when he sees a dog. So I think I showed you on Saturday, I'm trying to knit a pair of socks for David. David is the most difficult person to buy for. He's not really into stuff, doesn't really have a hobby. It's really difficult to buy him things. But he really likes hand knit socks, so I thought, if I can possibly get these finished for his Christmas present, I think he'll like that. He's lost quite a few socks recently, 2 holes. And they're enormous holes. I don't understand how they're so big. He does wear them around the house, and we have got floorboards, so I wonder if they've just sort of taken a chunk out of his socks, but massive holes. So I've saved them, but I just don't want to be spending my time darning at the moment. I may at some point, but when creative time is so limited, I'd really like to use it doing things that I really am enthusiastic about, that I really want to do, and darning is just not exciting me at the moment. So they're there to do when I have a bit more time that I want to spread over things like that. But I figure if they've got big holes, it means they're getting worn a lot, so yeah, I think he'll be happy to get another pair of socks. I'm sort of loath to get it out, because I sort of think if I get my knitting out, that's going to most certainly mean he wakes up, and his naps have been very scarce this morning. He just had a really short one on the way to Tumbletops, and he's had a really short one on the way back, and he still has 2 naps in a day. So I'm going to sit here and not try and do anything that wakes him up.